When Kawhi Leonard was drafted as the 15th overall pick in the 2011 NBA draft by the Indiana Pacers, there wasn't much talking about his future potential or a chance of him becoming a franchise player, cause if there was, he would have gone much earlier in the draft. A decade later though, Kawhi has ascended himself as arguably one of the best basketball players the league has ever seen. He grew into an elite superstar, and is now a two-time champion and a two-time Finals MVP, and that rim-shaking corner three-pointer is one of the most memorable shots in NBA history. But unfortunately for Kawhi, the things are much different now. He missed the entire 2021 to 2022 season with the Clippers due to a torn ACL, and just when things were starting to look better, they got worse yet again. It's a new season now, and Kawhi is still recovering from that same ACL tear that made him miss an entire last season. He has only played in 5 games for the Clippers so far this season, averaging only 22.4 minutes per game, which came with 3 starts and 2 appearances off the bench. Entering the season, Clippers had a plan to progressively include Kawhi back into the game. Their plan was for Leonard to operate on a minutes limit of around 20 minutes per game, and then slowly ramp up to normal minutes as his health and wind got up to speed. Unfortunately, even that didn't work as well as they had hoped. Kawhi soon started feeling soreness in his right knee after game 2, and had to sit almost a month. Now he's back on and off and trying to play in the low 20s in terms of minutes per game, restarting his plan to work into shape without any injuries causing him to warm the bench. Many are asking if Kawhi will be worth the wait, and what we should expect from him until the day he actually starts feeling good enough to play every single game. To answer those questions, we have to review the past a little. During the 2017 to 2018 season, Kawhi missed 73 games after he tore his quadricep tendon, which can be compared to him sitting last season. When he returned, for the next 3 seasons, he was averaging 26.2 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, and 4.4 assists per game, with 49.1 field goal percentage and 87.4 free throw percentage. And as we can see, those per game averages are strong. Looking at those numbers, it's obvious that a healthy Leonard is a franchise player in the NBA. But there's one thing to point out here. See, even when Kawhi was as healthy as he could be over the last 3 seasons, he's still been missing in almost exactly 1 out of every 4 games. That's 25% of games. Most of that was due to load management, as he planned to not play in both halves of back-to-backs, in addition to taking scheduled load management days. So we could safely assume that even when he's fully up to speed this season, he'll continue to play only 75% of the games. And what happens when one of the team's main players is missing 25% of the games? Well, in theory, the team has to have another player in their roster, ready to substitute him in some of the games he misses. And this presents quite a tricky situation for any team. We have to keep in mind that his stats are more than elite, but he's very likely to miss 1 out of every 4 games, assuming he's as healthy as he can be. Plus, there's also the risk of re-injury to consider, especially when we're talking about an ACL tear, which often sets players back a full season, and is quite a tough injury to recover from. Even the Clippers coach said that he doesn't know when Kawhi will reach the fully healed state. They're planning to go game by game and day by day, with the main focus being on him feeling good. They're going to ride their medical staff on his injury and see how it plays out, but to them, just seeing how he feels is the most important thing. They're not gonna make any decisions, just hope for him to get better and back in the game full time.